Kincaid is situated on the Lower Clyde at Greenock, an area with a long tradition of shipbuilding and marine engineering. Kincaid have been actively involved in engine building in Greenock since 1868. Kincaid are currently licensees for MAN Burmeister & Wain slow-speed diesel engines, Sulzer, now renamed MBS diesel, slow-speed and medium-speed diesel engines, and Stork Werkspoor medium-speed diesel engines. To date, over 500 diesel engines have been built at the Greenock Works. Quality assurance is paramount in all manufacturing areas, and Kincaid are approved to ES 5750 standards. The fabrication facilities can handle the largest structures required for engine building and have their own stress-relieving, shock blasting and painting facilities. Single loads of up to 70 tons can be handled with the excellent craneage facilities. The heavy machine shops are again fully equipped for the very large structures required to be machined, such as bed plates and frame boxes. Fabrications of up to 22 meters long can be machined on the two large horizontal boring machines, which are situated on a common bed. In the fitting shops, smaller components such as valve seats and fuel pumps are finished and assembled. In the medium and light machine shops, the wide range of modern, mainly computer numerically controlled equipment allows all the other many components which go to make up an engine to be manufactured. This wide range of engineering facilities is also available to carry out general engineering projects from small to very large fabrications, machining and assembly work. In the two large assembly halls, up to 6 engines or major general engineering projects can be handled simultaneously. Craneage, with a single lift capacity of up to 125 tons, allows major components to be handled and assembled with ease. Here an MAN Burmeister & Wain 6L80MC engine is being assembled. The crankshaft is lowered into position in the bed plate, then the frame box is moved into position. Cylinder jackets and fuel pump assemblies are added. Then the inlet air scavenge manifold and air coolers are attached. Once all the smaller components are fitted and piping and systems checks are completed, the engine can be run and tested for the customer's acceptance. For shipping, engines and large general engineering assemblies can be broken down for conventional road transportation to their ultimate destination, or they can be shipped complete using the adjacent facilities in the James Watt dock, which include a roll-on roll-off terminal, a 125-ton capacity dockside crane, and deep water access. The following sequence shows the load-out of a 4L70MC MAN Burmeister & Wain engine, which was transported by sea from Greenock to Northeast Shipbuilders on the Tyne. Alternatively, smaller engines, such as this Stork Vexpor 8TM620 for a power station in the Cayman Islands, can be transported as conventional ship's cargo using the deep water loading facilities. An important aspect of the business are major general engineering projects. This temper mill has recently been manufactured at Greenock under a contract from Davy McKee for the British Steel Corporation site at Llanwern. Other recent general engineering projects include this entry bridle, which has been dispatched to a steel mill at Bohai in China. And this bucket wheel ship unloader, which is the first of two in a £500,000 contract from Strawn and Henshaw for South Coast Shipping. This sequence shows the transportation of the bucket wheel unloader as it moves the few hundred meters down to the 125-ton crane in the James Watt dock on its way to be shipped to the Netherlands for installation. The superb facilities and wealth of experience gained in over 100 years of marine engineering make Kincaid one of the best engineering facilities in the United Kingdom, capable of handling the largest and most complex of engineering projects. With added confidence from our close association with the Kvaerner Group in Norway and its subsidiaries in the United Kingdom, Kincaid look forward to continuing their tradition of providing a major resource of engineering excellence in Scotland and throughout the United Kingdom.